Hi, my name is Willie Galloway and I'm a West Coast-based organic gardener. On my website digginfood.com, I teach people to grow their own vegetables and cook with seasonal ingredients. I also spend a lot of time helping people learn how to grow really beautiful, productive gardens without using chemicals. Today I want to show you how to choose a healthy poinsettia and keep it looking good through the holidays. So poinsettias are really popular, especially at Christmas, because they have these great bright colors. They come in red, pink, speckled, white. But the problem with these plants is they often lose a lot of their bottom leaves and they end up looking really spindly and ugly before Christmas even arrives. So to avoid this problem, there's a few things you can do. And the first is you really want to bring home a super healthy plant from the store. And there's a couple of things you could look for. So a lot of times people think that the brightly colored parts of a poinsettia are petals, but these are actually bracts, and bracts are just brightly colored leaves. And so when you're looking at poinsettias, first try and choose one that has really brightly colored, fully colored bracts. And this is a pretty good example, though not perfect, because there's a few that have some kind of green veining, but in general this is a good looking plant. You also want to take a look at the plant's true flowers. And so these are actually just these little green nubs. They're at the very center. And what you want to look for is ones that are still green and tightly closed. It's okay if they're tipped a little bit in yellow, but what you want to avoid is ones that are open and they look a little furry and fuzzy and you might see pollen. And what that indicates is that the plant is older and it's just not as fresh, and it's not going to stay as fresh for long once you bring it home. Once you take it home, you're going to want to take off the foil. And I should mention too, while you're still at the store, you should take a peek under the skirt here and look at the plant stems. And it's best if there's leaves that go all the way down to the soil. If the stems are already bare, that is not a good sign. It's an indication that there's probably root rot or that the plant's been overwatered, and so avoid plants that have pretty bare stems. These plants are from Mexico and they like warm weather, and so they don't like frigid December weather in North America. So it's a good idea to really minimize the time they spend outside. And then once you get them home, you want to take off the foil. So the foil is nice because it covers up the ugly plastic pot that the poinsettia's in, but what it does is it traps water and lets the plant sit in water. And poinsettias like to have fairly dry soil, and so you definitely don't want them sitting in water. If you can't bear to part with the foil, then a good thing to do is just take a razor blade and cut off the bottom of the foil so that water can drain out, and then set the plant on a saucer and dump the water that's in the saucer. That's a good way to go. If you do take the foil all the way off, you can put the plant in a basket or a nice looking pot to disguise the ugly plastic pot. Also, you want to keep in mind that these plants in their native environment have pretty dry soil. So instead of just watering on a schedule or keeping the soil consistently moist, what you want to do is actually take your finger, stick it down into the soil, and when it's dry down to your first knuckle, then you can water again. And that'll keep the plant pretty happy. And then the last thing you want to do is try and keep your house warm during the day, about 70 degrees, and then drop the temperature down to about 60 degrees at night. And this mimics the plant's natural habitat, and it also helps keep your heating bills down during the winter.